I'm just going to start us off with explaining what a 360 system is, and then we'll move on to the advantages and some of the disadvantages. So the 360 system, it gets its name because it's a performance management system that obtains feedback information about performance from all groups of employees surrounding a particular employee that's being rated. This can include peers, subordinates, superiors, even customers. The performance data is collected anonymously to avoid any rater errors, and employees, prior to receiving the feedback, they do their own self-assessment so that they can kind of compare and contrast between the two. Any areas of significant discrepancies are researched with gap analysis. The feedback collected from the 360 system is then used to create a personalized development plan for that employee. While the system is mainly used for supervisors, it can also be used for other positions. The system is administered with the aid of technology. A lot of organizations will rely on the help of like an external consulting firm, and this firm will equip them with direct access to like a specific login for a website, so that way every employee can log in individually and then choose whoever they're providing feedback for. All of that feedback is sent off to the administrator, and then some programs can even make a personalized development plan based off the feedback that that person gets. So some of the advantages: the system, it's most advantageous for developmental purposes. There's less likely to have like the maximum amount of honesty if it's used administratively, just because employees have this fear that the feedback they're giving might get someone in trouble. So it's best just for developmental purposes. There's also less chance of bias because the feedback is coming across multiple sources. Employee performance is also improved because they're equipped with their own personal development plan for their success. They're also made more aware of expectations, and this isn't just the organization's expectations, it's the expectations from their bosses, from their peers, from their subordinates, even customers. There's also a higher commitment level to improve because employees are suddenly made aware of what the people they work with think about their performance. They also share higher self-perceptions of performance because of the multiple assessments from everyone involved. Some of the disadvantages include if the feedback isn't given constructively, this could really hurt and upset people that receive a lot of negative feedback. And then one of the biggest disadvantages that we read about: positive results are only likely to occur if an employee feels comfortable with the system and they have this trust in those participating as raters. So basically, if they don't feel like they're being treated fairly or they don't trust the people that are giving them feedback, it's pretty much worthless because they're not going to follow feedback from people that they don't trust. If you're using not that many raters in this, it takes away the anonymity of the whole system. And that's bad because then whoever's receiving the ratings can look back and say, this person gave me the feedback, this person gave me the feedback. So we want to try to remain anonymous with this. The system is also going to work best if it's an ongoing process. So rather than just doing this thing like once a year, this should be done 2, 3, 4 times throughout the year. Overall, though, this is a great system for organizations to invest in. It's a great way to provide assessments easily, efficiently, just because of the web-based administration of it. However, if you're using this in an organization where there's not going to be enough participants to provide feedback, then you're going to lose the anonymousness of it, and it's going to make it not that effective. And then if the organization lacks like a cohesiveness and trust with everyone involved, this is also not going to be effective in that case, just because people aren't going to be able to trust the feedback that they're given.